There are 7.5 billion people in the world. How many will achieve their dreams?
I guess I've always wanted to be an artist. It just took a while for my conscious mind to actually realise it. From an early age, I've been intrigued and participated in many art forms. I remember enjoying design technology, resmat and textiles, but art and design was always my favourite. Although I've always found art fulfilling, I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do specifically, so it took a while for me to get there, but it's always been something that's part of my identity.
I used to want to be famous. This was a burning desire I used to have when I was young and going through some mental problems. The lifestyle of these footballers and these rappers, it seemed so perfect. It was like the escape to happiness, and that was what I wanted.
I used to want to be a car designer. I know it's an extremely competitive industry, but I've always loved cars. My interest for cars definitely sparked when I was a child. I enjoyed playing racing games, and of course, I also loved watching Top Gear. On top of that, I'm also a very visual and creative person, so it made sense that I aspired to be an automotive designer.
I always wanted to be a hero. I saw the big screen movies, Batman, Superman. I saw how courageous they were and how they were even admired by everyone. I wanted to be like that. In fact, I imagined myself being like that, actually saving people. Plus, it just looked awesome, to be honest.
I've always wanted to have a platform that gave me the opportunity to inspire. My dream started out in athletics, whereby I wanted to be a sprinter, but I was badly injured, this stopping me in my tracks. Finding an opportunity to allow my creative side to be shown has proven difficult, and being faced with the loss of my mother and sister to suicide are further setbacks. We often refer to the notion anything is possible, yet we often forget that life continues even if we stop to gather thoughts to maintain that momentum. I find the outlet of media a way to begin to create this platform, hoping to inspire people to remember even when life stops, the world continues, and it's about remaining positive and balancing oneself, not losing sight of your personal dreamland. I find the power of written and spoken word most inspiring, allowing one to reflect any emotion or thought instantly, this leading to my passion of wanting to present or act. The negatives of my life I have experienced have further created a drive to succeed in the industry and helped me redefine what my own dreamland meant to me.
Now, my dream is to be a writer. Growing up, I read a lot of books. Novels mostly. This inspired me to make my own stories, and in these stories, I could be my own hero. The publishing industry itself is quite hard to break into, especially with someone from my background. But I believe with my drive, my gift, I can make a great impact.
Now, I want to be a professional screenwriter. As much as I love cars, I also love movies and the cinema experience. I've already started chasing this dream and I'm very serious about it. However, this is also a very competitive environment, which can appear as an obstacle. But on the other hand, I'm also privileged enough to be living in a country that produces big blockbuster movies. I also have access to the software that is considered the industry standard and several sources full of great insight and advice. With my talents and passion, I believe I will break through and make it. I have to chase this dream.
But now, as I've moved on in life and I've become wiser and more knowledgeable and more stronger, I've realized different aspirations, and I've realized more about myself and understood myself and what my strengths and weaknesses are. Looking back on my past, I realized that maths used to be one of my strengths, and this is something that I wish to take with me into the future, and that's why I want to consider civil engineering. The obstacle I now have and the challenge is getting through the door.
Although I've always found art fulfilling, I didn't know what specific route I wanted to take. Now I know I really want to be a conceptual, mixed media fine artist and photographer. Since graduating, I've found gaining experience and finding permanent work in the creative industry an obstacle. Accessing the information and knowledge on how to get into the fine art industry is difficult enough for anyone, due to the simple fact that there is no wrong or right way to be a professional artist. This is especially so as most Black British female artists are hardly made aware of in most educational institutions. Nevertheless, I'm determined to find my way to my dreamland.